This video is brought to you by Cool Green Clothing.
I'm switching lanes so much, man. They can never get behind me, man. Yeah, I'm taking it all away, man. I ain't playing with them, man. One thing is the key, man. It's consistency, man. It don't matter, man, how good the product is, man. If you ain't out there, man, to get rid of it, man, the supply to demand, man, you going down, man. You in it for nothing, man. Get with me, man. I'm starting a whole league, man. Get with me, man. Get with the winning team, man. Cool Green Clothing. We going all the way, and we coming straight out of Baltimore.
What's up, YouTube fam? It's your girl, Mrs. Tony Two Times, and I'm back with another video. In this episode of the Baltimore Way, I will tell the story about a case that happened over 10 years ago, where a couple held a woman against her will after she moved in with them. Before we get into this video, please don't forget to subscribe if you're new to our channel. Go ahead and click that notification bell to get notified every time we upload. If you're rocking with the content, smash that like button. Feel free to share this video with everyone you know. Make sure you watch until the end to hear the full story. Alright, let's get right into it. Imagine you and your family needed a place to stay. So you talk to a friend and they offer for you and your family to come stay with them. You accept the offer because, that's your friend and you trust them, right? Well, for a 22-year-old Baltimore woman, a similar situation took place. But things took a strange and monstrous turn and she barely made it out alive. It was about December 2009 when a couple, Kimberly King and Jermaine Smith Bay, opened their home to a young woman who I will call Hope for the sake of this video. Hope's infant son and her boyfriend also came to live with the couple and their two children at their apartment on Brookberry Drive in West Baltimore County. According to reports, an employee who worked at the apartment building where the couple lived described the man Jermaine as surly, often unkempt, and the employees said they sometimes saw him sitting on his second floor balcony, acting despondent and smoking cigarettes. They also said he would sometimes try to sell CDs and other household items. The woman, Kimberly King, was described as heavier built, weighing around 300 pounds, according to documents. Residents said they would see her talking to other neighbors from time to time, but didn't know too much about her. Other residents said they would mainly see the couple when they took their children to school. According to sources, at some point during the time Hope started staying with Kimberly and Jermaine, Hope's boyfriend was kicked out of the home. The reason for that is unclear. So it was then just Hope and her baby. After Hope's boyfriend was gone, things took a twisted and violent turn. Instead of being a house guest, Hope became a prisoner, allegedly never being allowed to leave the house, and suffered tremendously at the hands of the couple she stayed with. On August 25, 2010, a 22-year-old woman was taken to Greater Baltimore Medical Center and was listed in critical condition. The young woman was Hope. Hope's condition was absolutely horrifying. According to reports, she was beaten so badly and emaciated, only weighing 86 pounds. Reports showed she was treated for fractures of the ribs, tailbone, and spine. She had cigarette burns and neck injuries consistent with an attempted strangulation. According to police, Hope was punched so much that her face was disfigured. According to reports, Hope was driven to the hospital by the people she had been living with. Almost a month later, in September 2010, Arrests were made in connection to Hope's near-death condition. Baltimore County Police charged Jermaine Smith, 29, and Kimberly King, 37, of Reisterstown with attempted murder, assault, and false imprisonment. The couple was accused of holding Hope against her will for nearly a year, tied up in the bathroom of their apartment. Hope's son had been taken into the care of social services. Police say they believe Jermaine and Kimberly were holding Hope captive so they could get a hold of her Social Security income. The couple was held at the Baltimore County Detention Center without bail. 2 years later, in June 2012, at a sentencing hearing, more details about the heinous ordeal was revealed. According to prosecutors, Jermaine Smith Bay tied the victim's hands and legs, beat her, cut her, and scalded her with hot water. Kimberly King, prosecutors said, knew of the abuse but did nothing to stop it and told their victim, who I'm referring to as Hope, she was not allowed to leave the house. Hope was not even allowed to hold her own child, court records said. According to reports, the prosecutors told the court that Hope said that Jermaine attempted to be intimate with her without her consent on at least 2 occasions. Seminal fluid stains with Jermaine's DNA were found on the sweatshirt Hope wore to the hospital. Prosecutors also said in court that when the couple left to take a 2-week vacation in Florida, they asked a third person, who I'll refer to as Bob, to take care of their pets and their captive, Hope. This house sitter was allegedly told to keep Hope locked in the bathroom, prosecutors said. Reports went on to say that Jermaine called Bob in August 2010 and urged that Hope be taken to the hospital. Court testimony revealed that on the way to the hospital, Kimberly King made up a story that she and Bob, the house sitter, had picked up Hope on Greenmount Avenue near 25th Street, prosecutors said. But when they took Baltimore City Police to the area, footage from a nearby surveillance camera showed that the victim was never at that location. According to court records, the house sitter Bob was also charged in the case. Bob was found guilty of false imprisonment in August 2011 and was sentenced to 1 year and 6 months in prison. According to reports, when it was Kimberly King's turn to speak in court, she said she took in the young woman who was trying to escape an abusive relationship. Kimberly King said she took care of Hope, bought things for her child, and fed her well. She said she's known for her cooking, especially spaghetti and steaks. She said in court, "I'm a good person." But the judge wasn't having it and responded by saying this: "All it would have taken was one person to stop it. I reject all of your remarks of what a good person you are." Then, when it came to Jermaine Smith's Bay testimony, several family members spoke of his troubles after suffering abuse of an intimate nature as a child. They also spoke about a history of mental illnesses in the family, which also afflicted him. The judge told Jermaine's family, "I'm sorry for your loss as well. I feel your pain." However, she reiterated that it takes only one person to say no. The motive behind the couple's catalyst actions was money, investigators said. The couple's goal seemed to be to collect Hope's Social Security benefits, which they did collect for several months. They were accused of withdrawing the money using the victim's ATM card. In addition to Hope's injuries, she suffered a staph infection, bed sores, and was blinded in one eye because of the repeated punches she endured, court records revealed. Hope 25 at the time, sat in the corner of the courtroom as she listened to her captors receive their fate. The judge sentenced Jermaine Smith Bay to 50 years in prison for false imprisonment, assault, and attempted R-word. Kimberly King was found guilty of false imprisonment, assault, and abuse and physical injury to a vulnerable adult, and was sentenced to 40 years behind bars. Fam, this story is beyond insane. I pray the victim, who I called Hope in this video, is doing well as she can be. Her name was not revealed in any reports for obvious reasons. It's by the grace of God she made it out alive. I also hope that her son is doing well. I can't imagine the trauma this young mother had to endure at the hands of two psychopaths. I hope that with time her wounds continue to heal, not just physical wounds, but her mental and emotional scars as well. These two predators preyed on a young woman who suffered from a disability and was probably very trusting and vulnerable. It makes me cringe that there are monsters out here like that. I don't believe for a minute that Kimberly King didn't know about the abuse. She was just as much a part of it as her man was. These people also had school-age kids in the home while they held a woman captive and tortured her. Like, how sick is this world? Fam, tell me your thoughts on this one in the comments below. I truly pray for everyone who was impacted by this unfortunate story. Alright y'all, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. This is your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 Times, and I'm out.